Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvisesa Sunyavari Paskya Chadesha Tarane Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Rama Hare Hare. Some of you may know I'm a disciple of Srila Prabhupada A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. I was initiated 1971, Mahashakti Das. And so in this video, I am going to be direct about a couple of points. Some of you are newer devotees of Lord Krishna, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You are grand disciples of Srila Prabhupada. And so I want to pass on to you some very important information, which I wish I had when I was a younger devotee. It is the responsibility of older devotees to share what they know with newer devotees and prospective bhaktas. Anything that I say or any questions you can ask me in the comments section or contact me directly. Hare Krishna. So first thing is, what is the purpose of Krishna consciousness? Why are we chanting this Hare Krishna? What can we expect to happen to us? And two things will happen in your devotional career. First thing is, all of your sinful reactions will be obliterated. This means all of the karma, past karmas and future karmas and present karmas will all be obliterated almost to nil until our material bodies are changed. There will be some karma because we have these material bodies, but the karma will be burned to ashes. So we will basically be sinless. That is, what is the term? Anartha nivriti. This is the stage in your Krishna consciousness where all of the karma, all of the past karmas are obliterated, and you are able to close the doors to sense gratification, and you'll be able to meditate very deeply on the internal process of Krishna consciousness. Anartha Nivriti is the beginning of Raganuga Bhakti, and it is the climax of Vaidhi Bhakti. As the first thing that you can expect to happen is at some point you'll become a sinless individual, someone who has embraced the Dharma, eternal Sanatan Dharma. And for this reason, all of your sins will be dissolved because you will be so much involved in the sunshine of Krishna consciousness. Krishna is the sun, S-U-N, and he dissolves all these sinful past karmic activities, the seeds, the fructified seeds, the unfructified seeds. All of this is due to lack of Krishna consciousness. All that will be cleared away. One fell swoop, gone. So you will be sinless without karma. That will be the first major accomplishment. You will be so relieved of the burden of your karma, be so thankful that you've been unlocked from the bonds of the three modes of material nature. Tears come to your eyes, so happy, joyful. And this is just the first stage. Second stage, even better, because you are in the line of Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and you are worshiping Radha and Krishna. Then you will, without doubt, become a Vraj Gopi. This is the spectacular uh, bonus, if you will, or spectacular, yes, bonus of being a member of Mahaprabhu's transcendental cult. You will be turned into a very nice Kinkari, young girl in Braj Leela, and your first boyfriend, future husband, will be Lord Sri Krishna. So you will meet Krishna as young boy, and you will be a young girl. And there is nothing sweeter than this. Nothing. The Vedas personified, the Shrutis, the Vedas personified. They want to become Braj Gopis. The great sages of Dantakaranya forest at the time of Lord Ram, they wanted to become Braj Gopis. Lord Shiva wants to be Braj Gopi. Lakshmi wants to be Braj Gopi. It's such a sweet position. Lord Chaitanya wanted to taste the nectar of Radha's Braj Gopi love for Krishna. So the highest achievement is the sweetest achievement, which is that Braj Gopi in the mood of Madhurya Ras, or Sringara Ras, or Parakiya Ras, all same. There is Svakiya and Parakiya Ras. That is more complex, a little more complex to understand, but these Braj Gopis, they accept Krishna as their boyfriend and they want to marry him because it is dharmic to marry. You cannot just have boyfriend, girlfriend, you need to marry. Krishna says, no, in our hearts, you are my eternal gopis and married gopis. But in the Braj Leela mood, they have other husbands. And so it becomes more of a parakiya ras, what's called paramour, like boyfriend, girlfriend, where they love each other in a secret fashion. And this is more tantalizing, more sweet than the svakiya ras of Dwarka, where the wives have henpecked Lord Krishna. And it is still fabulous to have this relationship. Satyabhama, Rukmini, chief queens, they have Krishna as their henpecked husband. It's such beautiful palaces. Krishna has 10 sons each from each wife, and he comes home and it's expectation he's coming home. They're all lined up waiting to see their father. Beautiful. But Braj is different. Braj is even more spectacular because it is on the sly, it is secretive, beyond the view of the older gopis and Mother Yashoda, that these young boys and girls who are of that age where sex desire is just fructifying and their beautiful bodies are just manifesting this desire. They meet in kunjas, secretively in these forests where no one knows, flower kunjas made beautiful, in which they can enjoy one another's transcendental association. Even though they have husbands, these husbands really have no relations with them. It is only there to provide a drama, a specific mood in which these young girls can enjoy even more with Krishna. But Krishna is so attractive to them that he lures them from their home and he breaks their dharma because and this is so interesting because Krishna is dharma personified. He's Dharma Raj. But in this particular mood, he breaks their dharmic vow of being with their husbands. And even if they have children, some do, but they're young girls. Most do not. But he breaks their vows and this is so um, powerful that They're so attracted to Krishna, who is Dharmaraj, and at the same time, he's breaking their dharmic vow. And this causes them to speak among themselves. Oh, how is this young boy? He's causing us to transgress our own rules and regulations. What will the elders say? What will the elders say? And they always have this mood of, oh, Krishna, you cannot, but please do, but you cannot, but please do. And it's very, very special mood, confidential mood. But we, as followers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, are being groomed to have this mood. We're being groomed. So anyone who chants Radhe Krishna, Radha Krishna, Radha Krishna, under the anugatya of the pure devotees of Vrindavan who have this particular mood, we will also enter into this mood next life in Gokul. That is for certain. There's no doubt that those who worship Radha Krishna, Nahi Anya, in the mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, absolutely will gain this sentiment within themselves to also have this worship, this mood. So this mood is exclusive for the Gaudiya Vaishnav worshippers of Mahaprabhu, exclusive. That we take the dust of Mahaprabhu upon our head and Rupa Goswami upon our head and Srila Prabhupada upon our head over and over this dust, because we only want this mood, this Kinkari mood of the young Saki of Raj. This is what we want, very, very much so. We want this particular mood. So that is the first, this is the first section of my talk today. And maybe I will go back to it a little bit and expand upon it because it's such a sweet thing. But I want to intervene or pause this particular kata to also touch on the fact that I have been somewhat deeply involved in thinking about this idea, this paper that was written by certain Vaishnavas who you may know on the internet, and they have written about the fall of the jiva. So I want to speak briefly to you that we are, and this is again something that new devotees are not schooled in properly, and they may have questions that remain unanswered. So we wish to address their concerns today about the origin of the jiva. We don't want our new bhaktas and bhaktins to be doubtful or overwhelmed with doubt or questions in this area. So here I hope to present to you strong evidence that we did not fall from Vaikuntha, we did not fall from Goloka. We have been in the conditioned state of material life since time immemorial. But that should not alarm you. It simply means that our karma is without beginning. It means that we have originated not from matter, but here we are in the material world from the beginning. And we are Tatastha jiva. We are expansions of Mahavishnu, Chirodaksai Vishnu. This has been told by Jiva Goswami. So because we are expansions or emanations of Krishna's expansion of Vishnu, you should know Vishnu is only associated with the material world. He does not reside in Vaikuntha or Goloka. He's eternal, because the material world is eternally going in cycles, and if it becomes unmanifest, it goes into the body of Mahavishnu, and when it becomes manifest, it comes out. So Vishnu is eternal, but he's only associated with the material world. And so our emanation from him should clearly indicate to you that our start was not in Vaikuntha or Goloka, but it was here in the material world. So we did not fall from Vaikuntha or Goloka. The Nityasiddha Parshadas, the eternal associates who never see Maya, they are not emanations from Vishnu. These jiva souls are emanations either directly from Sri Baladev. If they come directly from Sri Baladev, Prabhu, then they populated Goloka. And if they are emanations from Shankar Shan, first quadruple expansion of Sri Baladev, then they populated Vaikuntha. And these are Nityasiddhas. They do not fall. They have never seen Maya. They are always fully engaged in the service of Sri Krishna, Sri Baladev, Sri Narayan, like this Srila Narayan or Sri Narayan. So they never have association with Maya. Now, they are unique. They are the exception. The norm is us. We are Tatastha jiva, and this is the arrangement. Krishna wants that we begin here in the material world, along with yajna. Dharma is also eternal. Yajna is eternal. So he's given us the tools by which we may elevate ourselves to sadhana siddha. So sadhana siddha is also eternally liberated, but not quite on the level of Nityasiddha. There's slight difference. And that is why Rupa Goswami says that for us to attain the sentiments of the Vraj associates, in particular Vraj Gopis, then we must follow in the mood of the Nityasiddha Gopis, because they are superior and eternally perfect. So our desire, our purpose is to attain service like them, very, very close to them, but like them, and very similar to them. So they are our mentors. They are our, what is the word? Who we look up to. And that is how Krishna has arranged it. This is the arrangement. It may not seem as sexy to say that we have been in the material world since time immemorial, called Anadi. It may be nicer to say we fell from Goloka or Vaikuntha. And I believe this is why Srila Prabhupada, and to some degree Srila Bhakti Siddhanta, and to some degree Srila Bhakti Vinod have said this. Although I think Srila Prabhupada, our Acharya, has stressed this more than Srila Bhakti Vinod or Srila Bhakti Siddhanta. You won't find this particular idea in our lineage more, but because our Srila Prabhupada is the greatest propounder of Vaishnav Dharma in the history of Gaudiya Vaishnavism, he has selected to state that we have all fallen from Godhead, because for him, this is easier for people around the world to accept. If you say we have been in the material world since time immemorial, that is more difficult for people who are becoming bhaktas to accept. Why has God done this? Why has God done this? Why has he allowed us to be here? Why aren't we Nitya Siddhas? What is the use? And they will question and become somewhat puzzled and doubtful in going forward in their Krishna consciousness if they know that this is the actual tattva. I believe Srila Prabhupada chose a more Western approach to this um, uh, Siddhanta. But I'm telling you who are interested to know that actually no one falls from Goloka or Vaikuntha. That is not a possibility. These are eternally perfect, and the associates there are also eternally perfect. They are endowed with pure, loving Krishna consciousness. So they do not fall. So I wanted to make this point to you because you may have questions about this, and you will definitely learn this fact when you are in Nartanivriti, when you have reduced your karma to practically zero, then you will understand this point. There is nothing wrong with the material world if we are Krishna conscious. This was Prabhupada's statement to us. It is an opportunity, especially here in Bhumi on earth, to take up Krishna consciousness. If we follow the process of doing yajna, Krishna says that he has given us yajna and dharma. And so anyone who follows this process of Sanatan Dharma and performing yajna by Vishnu, they don't suffer. They just progress very, very nicely. They can live a very good life and basically a painless life here in the material world, and then go back home, back to God. And this is exactly what Krishna had in mind. But because of the nature of the material world, there is a tendency to go off because we are learning. So we have a tendency to follow our senses and to follow the path of sense gratification, even if we are given proper dharma and proper yajna. Still there is that tendency. So we are here to learn. And Krishna is very kind and very, very wonderful to us. If we take up this process under his guidance, then the suffering is reduced and we learn very quickly. The reason for this is Krishna the father does not want to hand the kingdom over to the child or to the son or daughter without some qualification. He wants that there to be some qualification. Yes, the keys to the kingdom of God are there, but he doesn't want to give the inheritance without qualification. That is really the idea why Krishna has populated the world with conditioned souls. Yes, he also enjoys coming here to save us, to perform different leelas. Always Krishna is enjoying. He's never not enjoying. That is him. He's Bhagawan, always favorable situation for him. He never, ever, ever suffers one iota. Even when he comes to the material world, he doesn't suffer. He comes in his transcendental form, always performing his leela, never suffers. So yes, and if he comes here, he has opportunity to fight with demons, which is also very pleasurable to him. So you can say that he has also the purpose of coming here to perform leelas that he doesn't perform in unmanifest apakrit leela of Goloka. There are no demons in that Goloka. So in Gokul, there are demons. So you can say, yes, Krishna enjoys Gokul because he has opportunity to kill demons. So There's two purposes then. He enjoys the killing of demons, and also he wants us to learn who he is and how to ascend ourselves to this level of pure devotion. Um, so this is what I'm saying. We're not falling from Krishna's eternal service in Goloka or Vaikuntha, because that is not a possibility. Uh, uh, when certain individuals wrote papers that formed the Siddhanta in ISKCON regarding the fall of the jiva, they made statements which were partial. For instance, they said that if there is a discrepancy in the words of the acharyas, past acharyas, one must accept the current acharya's point of view as superior to previous acharyas. So this premise is incorrect. That is what I call institutional bias. But the Sanatana Dharma of Gaudiya Vaishnavism and of our parampara, there is no bias by any acharya, because Sanatana Dharma is eternal. You cannot say one thing and then a previous acharya says something different, because then it would not be Sanatana Dharma. And our Srila Prabhupada taught us, Guru Shastra Sadhu. He taught us this. He says, in order to know what is what, there must be check and balance system. Guru Shastra Sadhu. So there must be alignment of Shastra, Sadhu, and Guru. That is how we can tell if what someone is saying is in line or bona fide, or is it just a preaching tactic? So this particular individual, in presenting his paper to the GBC, did not say Guru Shastra Sadhu. He said, Acharya, present Acharya holds most weight. And that is not how we ascertain the Sanatana Dharma of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. What we do is we look at the references in the Vedas and the previous statements of the Acharyas, and we weigh them. That is the proper method. That is the parampara system. Evam Rajasarya Vidu, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, that is the parampara. Through the parampara that we will know the truth. This is God's statement. So there must be the parampara. So each generation has a representative of the parampara. But that parampara, we can study the words of Lord Brahma, Madhvacharya, Ramanujacharya, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All of these acharyas are there in the parampara for us to study. Then we can arrive very nicely at what is the absolute truth, consistent absolute truth. So this is what I want to say regarding the fall down of the jiva from Goloka or Vaikuntha. It does not happen like that. We are learning. We've been given opportunity as Badha jiva, Nitya Bada. We are conditioned and we are being given the opportunity to become sadhana siddha. That is the opportunity that is being presented to us. We can become almost as perfect as the Nitya siddhas. So let us now divert back for one moment and finish our lecture today with what we first started out with, which is that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us this opportunity to enter into Vraj Leela as a Vraj Gopi. And I think it's important to close on this high note, because we should always, as much as possible in our lectures, we should always emphasize that anyone who follows the path of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will develop these sentiments of a gopi, female. And if you read Nectar of Devotion, which is the summary of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu by Rupa Goswami, you will see that the emphasis is on Vraj Gopi. How to become Vraj Gopi? What are the emotions of a young girl in Krishna consciousness? How she acts, how she smiles, how she tries to serve and please Lord Krishna. And you will find more emphasis on this rasa than any of the other major rasas. So Rupa Goswami is more emphasizing this Braj, this Saki Bhav. And that is what the opportunity is by chanting this Hare Krishna mantra, is to enter into the proper worship, how to properly, most effectively worship Radha Krishna. That is the pinnacle of Gaudiya Vaishnavism, how we can most worship Radha Krishna. And to do that, we will adopt this young female body. That is the best way to worship Radha Krishna. In that particular mindset, Krishna is the Nayaka. He is the hero, and the Gopi is the I think Nayika. I'm not sure if I said that correctly, but she is the heroine. Oh, Krishna, like that. She is so pleased with her hero. So Krishna is the hero, and the Saki is the heroine. And so she puts herself out to Krishna in a very feminine, surrendered fashion. Here is my hero, Krishna. He is saving me. He is my protector, and he is my love. He is everything to me. And then even one step beyond that, the young Braj Gopi, who is just manifesting this beautiful young body in Braj Leela. She's so attracted to this blooming youth, Krishna. So she's thinking, oh, he is my love, and I wish him to be my lover, and I wish him to be my everything, and I'm so attracted to him. This is the thinking. This is the incredible opportunity that we have to have Lord Krishna at this amazing age, when he is 1 million or millions of times more attractive than Cupid, that we are in this position of beautiful young girl to most enjoy and interact with this amazing young boy, Krishna. And there is no jealousy or competition among the women, because the love that they have for Krishna is so solid. See, there's no other competition. There's no one else that is equal to Krishna. And he's so supreme and so superior that the women don't feel he's mine, not yours, he's mine, not yours. No one feels this way. Everyone is so filled, all the gopis are so filled with Krishna, love for Krishna, that they respect and have so much affection for each other. And so this is another beautiful thing that you will learn, is the mood of affection all of the Sakis have, not just for Krishna, but for each other and for their Yukteshwari, or their group leader. There's so much affection. And the gopis are so filled with mood for Krishna that they enjoy pushing their own group, Saki group, to Krishna. They make arrangements for them to be with Krishna. So there's no jealousy or competition in this way. The only competition really in Braj Leela is how that young gopi girls can manage to have these interludes with Krishna in these kunjas, how they can have these interludes without the elders or their husbands knowing. That is the only thing they're concerned with. But for each other, they support this activity. They speak in very beautiful ways, what we call meaning, words with two meanings, double meanings. They do this as a secret way of speaking sometimes to joke with each other. Sometimes they even have cutting. Sometimes they have a little competition. I will say there is the right hand and left hand gopis, what they say. Excuse me, the larger groups, I will just mention. They have right hand, what they call right hand and left hand. So right hand gopi group would be Chandravali, left hand would be headed by Sri Radha. And the real difference is at the top of the rung, Sri Radha and Chandravali. And so Radharani is more aggressive in her character, meaning she is more controlling of Krishna by her man. Man means her moods. She's more emotional. Emotional. Yeah, that is the word. She's more emotional, and she's not shy about showing her emotions, crying, uh, laughing, the way she looks. She is more demonstrative about her emotions, whereas Chandravali is more passive, and she tries, I think, to follow more in the footsteps of Rukmini. So Radharani is more like Satyabhama, or you can say vice versa, because Chandravali and Radha are at the top of the rung, period. But if you look at the behavior of Rukmini, she is more passive. And similarly, Chandravali tries to attract Krishna by her being so perfect in her mood. She's more passive. And this is also extremely attractive to Krishna. So Chandravali has her groups, right, that are loyal to her and have similar mood, whereas Radharani has her groups which have moods somewhat similar to her. And so you have these two large groups, which do have competition to some degree. Like you will read some of the Gopi Sakis who are loyal to Chandravali, like Bhadra. I think it's Bhadra. How sometimes the associates of Sri Radha, like Lalita or Vishaka, will make certain cutting remarks to the associates of Chandravali. And it's quite beautiful, actually. And they do this as part of their overall lila, but it's never in a mood that we are familiar with. It's different because they are all highly respected, but still the differences create slight differences create moods like ripple effects within Braj, these moods, and the gopis are very sensitive to all of these different moods, very, very sensitive, and they group themselves accordingly. So those with similar moods are more grouped together because they understand their mind. They each have an affinity for understanding their minds, and so they are more aligned in groups like this. And as you advance in your Krishna consciousness, then you will discover more and more exactly where you fit in to these groups, exactly what is your demeanor, how it fits in. And this is part of the process of our growth and unfoldment in Krishna consciousness. It is very organic, it's very natural, but it does happen, and there is evolution going on the spiritual plane with every day that we are chanting and that we are engaged in Krishna consciousness, there is this evolution going on within us that we become slowly more and more conscious about until we are very, very clear as exactly to where we are fitting in. And then when we are doing our everyday Vaidhi Bhakti, externally speaking, our Krishna consciousness, internally, we are perfecting our particular mood, our particular service or services that we're performing with the particular Vaishnavis that we are performing this with, and how that relates to our all in all, Lord Sri Krishna. So let me stop here. It is such a pleasure for me to speak on both of these topics, actually. They are very dear to me, and I get great pleasure in speaking about them because it helps to remind me of what my future is going to be and the future for anyone who accepts the lotus feet of Mahaprabhu through the bona fide spiritual master. Wishing you well in Krishna consciousness. And if you have any comments or wish to contact me directly, I'm here. Hare Krishna.